the power of Neptune! Mermaid Man, with his young associate Barnacle Boy, fights for all creatures that live in the sea against the forces of evil. Oh no, the raging whirlpool! Mermaid Man, champion of the deep!
Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today we're going to be doing another week of big news this week. Pretty good. Just going to sum up what is going on in JP, set 14, new events, new reveals, all the good stuff, and then go back to global. What is up with global? Anything interesting recently? Yes, there was. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first things first. As we said just now, let's get straight to the JP news. Last week we ended off with Shin's birthday, but now let's go straight to the reveals. Of course, if you are playing JP right now, you will know these cards, but I guess it's a great way to recap for the global players to know, for them to expect to know what to come. So first of all, Original Saber Zero. This is the break ride support for the Zeal chain. Limit break 4, when rode upon, your Vanguard gets plus 10. One of your opponent's rearguard gets minus 8k. And retire rearguards which have 0 or less power, as the Zeal chain and Zeal support did in set 7. And in addition, if your Vanguard's an alien, you can call an alien from your deck. Now, aliens, you know, itself is an alien. Most of the support, Zeal support, is an alien. But one of the most interesting cards that you can tech in Superior Call through the break ride is Commander Laurel. Of course, you should check for the extensive list of aliens in this game. It is rare to see cards synergize with traits, and so definitely very cool for them to add this skill in and give it the Ganslot treatment to let it plus. And in addition, when this unit's boosted, it gets plus 3k, so that's nice, hits numbers. Fusion Monster Bugreed, grade 2 8k. When this attack hits a 6k or less power unit, draw a card. So you synergize with the power reduction and plus off that. Definitely really helps because DP is weak in the card advantage generation department, and draw a card is good. And Heat Ray Monster Gigabolt. This is a grade 1 7k alien. When placed, Soul Blast 1 to have one of your opponent's rear units get minus 3k. And of course, retire if it's 0 or less. So great additions to the Zeal fans, and definitely can't wait. I think this buff is definitely a great one, and super cool. Double drops, of course, near the end of the season, you will get those. Tetra Drive Dragon, yes, Tetra Drive Dragon. This is the grade 3 for Aquaforce for the set. Cover unit. Limit break 4, once per turn, when this unit attacks, it gets plus 5k, and the following ability. At the end of the battle, your rearguard attacked if it's the 4th battle of that turn, so it doesn't need to hit. Someone asked to clarify, it doesn't need to hit. Counterblast 2 and discard 2 cards from your hand to stand this unit and draw 2. In addition, when this attacks a Vanguard, get plus 3k until end of battle. So, multi-attacker unit for Aquaforce, really nice. People ask me what I think about this card. I say I think it's a flexible card, definitely much better as a standalone card, but it definitely did hurt in terms of having less synergy with the break ride. With that said, it makes it much more splashable, very in theme with the water aspects of Aquaforce, splashable, you know, if you caught that. But yeah, I definitely think it's still a really solid unit, and definitely really good to get extra drive checks. So yeah. Tidal Assault, grade 2 9k. Once per turn, at the end of battle, this unit attacked a Vanguard. This turn, you can stand it, and then it gets minus 5k. So the good thing about this card is that you don't need to attack first with it, like Diamantes or Basil. The bad thing is it doesn't hit numbers. So that's definitely a detriment. It needs to attack Vanguard to restand. So I don't know what you're going to hit with a 4k on your second attack, even if you get a boost. You know, I don't know what you're going to hit. You can whiff intentionally to just trigger Tetra Drive or Maelstrom or whatever, but you know, I don't really play JP, so I don't really know how the metagame works. I guess it works better against the Link Joker matchup, because, you know, if you get that one locked, at least this can swing twice for you, but it's 2 whiffed attacks most of the time, so I mean, you can boost with it for the first hit and then whiff the second hit. I don't know, but overall, pretty underwhelming. I feel like it could have been just when this attacks, you can restand it. But in the G era, when you can boost up your rearguard powers by rearguard columns by huge numbers, like with Lambros or whatever, Tidal Assault we'll see a lot more play. But unfortunately right now it seems pretty meh. Next up, Wheel Assault 7k grade 1. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted. Can last 1 and exchange 2 of your rearguards positions. Very flexible way to conduct the 4th attack shenanigans. And you can protect your units without requiring using Diamantes and Basil. The good thing about this card is a grade 1. You can use it to boost and then do stuff. Even if you aren't, actively trying to get the 4th attack, you can shift out units from the front row to the back row or so to protect them. So yeah, I think it's definitely a really cool card, and definitely interesting to see how this card plays out. Next up, some Angel Feathers. Clean up Celestial Ramiel Reverse. Number 4, lock 2 Celestial rearguards to have 3 of your Celestials get plus 5k. Put one of your opponent's rearguards into the damage zone at random with priority to the back row, and put a random card with priority to face-up cards from your damage zone into the drop zone. When either player's card is put from their damage zone into drop zone, this gets plus 5. So I think this is a new skill, getting extra power. But overall, removal is nice, but priority to back row seems pretty iffy. I don't know how I feel about this card. I'm not really familiar with Angel Feathers. I feel like, what you have right now with Zerakiel and Helm, one with just boosting buffing powers and multi-attacking combos, and the other one with crit pressure, both seem more straightforward and just more efficient and effective than this card. But who knows? Maybe the removal is great. Maybe the power and the removal and hitting 21 by itself is good. And I mean, it always has that cross-ride, effects, right? So I guess there's that. Next up, Emergency Celestial Danielle, grade 2 9k damage zone. When another part is put into the damage zone during your turn, can West Tor 2 to call this card and put the top card of your deck into the damage zone. If you call the face down card, turn a card you put into your damage zone face down. So I feel like this card's pretty decent, pretty good. Of course, you might as well save the counterblast for something else, but and Angel Feathers is a lot of good grade 2s, right? So I don't know if you have the space for this, but definitely as a standalone card, it does pretty good. You can just call it out an Interceptor when you're desperate for it. So yeah. And then lastly, Nariel, Nursing Celestial Nariel. When placed, you may put a Celestial card from your hand to your damage zone. If you do, add a card from your damage zone to your hand. But I feel like it doesn't say counterblasted back. So Unflipper good. Flipper seems pretty good. But yeah, sounds good. Aquaphor stuff. We have the new skins. Reverse for Kote, DP, and then Angel Feathers with Suiko and Rekka. Oh, Suiko can play like Joker too, so that's pretty sick. And then we got the rerun of the sisters for the Aquaphor sisters. Next up for the V tournament coupon shop, we have the rank rewards, Dayusha, as well as the Battle Sister. 6k that just got buffed recently, so if you don't have a playset, definitely do pick them up if you are considering playing OTT sometime in the future. Seems pretty good. And then we have the sleeves, we have the reverse gang, and then we have Zerakiel. So yeah, definitely if you're interested in playing Angels, if you're global right now, you should have the 4 Nausiels, and then you're gonna get Zerakiel. So definitely not a bad chance to almost finish a set of cards. New PGs, of course, you can get that from trading, and we'll get to the Blau stuff soon. The rival event. So how does the rival event work? You challenge rank fight or practice fight 5 times a day in order to get access to the special fight. You win the special fight, you get the event stamps. You use the event stamps in order to switch for stuff. So in addition, you also get other missions to get the event stamps. So it says if you win against Kai once, you get 50. If you do practice fight once, you get 100. And if you do practice fight with a set 14 clan, which is Link Joker, Aqua Force, Dimension Police, Angel Feathers, or Nova Grapplers, you get 100. So definitely do those missions, get those event stamps, and go trade for stuff. I don't know if they put it here, but they didn't. But you can trade for packs. You can trade for a reverse unit. You can trade for a logo. So I will link to the description more information that Kairos Darkblade had put on the Reddit. down in the description box below, so do check that out if you're interested in the details for what you can exchange. In addition, let's just go back to the reveals. Galaxy Blau Kluber for Nova Grapplers, we have an 11k limit break 4 once per turn. When this unit attacks, it gets +5 and the following ability until end of turn. When the attack of a Blau hits a Vanguard, doesn't say itself, any Blau hits a Vanguard, counterblast 2, discard 2, send all the units in the center column and draw 2 cards. So this is like the a buffed version of the original Blau chain, right? It doesn't need the Vanguard to hit anymore. You can be any Blau unit hitting a Vanguard. So you get more flexibility, but in exchange, it is limit break 4. Next up, Mars Blau Kluger. Mars Blau Kluger skill is 9k. When the attack of your Blau Vanguard hits the Vanguard, counterblast 1 to stand this unit and get +3k. So this is nice. It helps you, it lets you generate those multi-attack opportunities. A 9k into a 12k beater. And then Morgenrot. This is a great starter. I think this is definitely really good. Forerunner, when the attack by a Blau Vanguard hits this unit boosted hits a Vanguard, counterblast 1, check top 3 to add a Blau to your hand. Now recognize that you're gonna play a lot of Blaus, and this is a potential PG search because you will be playing the Blau PGs. So this is definitely really good. Bond Blau Kluger, the break ride. When rode upon, your Vanguard gets +10. The following ability, when this attacks, counterblast 1 to stand all your rear guards. Amazing. And when this is boosted, it gets +3k. So this feels like Ethics Buster on steroids. Of course, it costs counterblast 1, but you're standing everything, so you don't need to worry about not hitting numbers with your front row. And lastly, Merkur Blau Kluger. This is the double rare. 11k limit break 4. When this attacks a Vanguard, it gets the following ability. When the unit attacks hits, counterblast 2 to send all your front row Blau rear guards. So like Ethics standing front row only. When your unit stands during battle phase, this gets +2. So if you have 2 in the front row, you counterblast 2. When you have 2 in the front row, well, then you get extra power, right? You get +4 for you if they both stand. The order is kind of interesting because it needs to hit before you stand them. So I don't know if the extra power, really matters, but I guess you have cards like, you have other cards that restand themselves. You have Mon Blau Kluger that restands all your rear guards on attack. So that's just how it is. It doesn't really synergize that well, but I guess it's like you do this or you do that on a separate turn. So that's nice. Next up, there's just some updates. There's the Pale Moon season over, and then we have the Zorakiel season. And yeah, this is the new calendar. If you want to check this out, of course, I recommend you just go straight to the Reddit Discord, as I always tag in the description box below. The calendar will be updated as we know what the second season is, as we know what the other events are. So this will be updated, and stay tuned for that. But so far, you see the rival event, you see tournament schedules, you see the VP, double VP, double drops, stuff like that. So they're general stuff, but it's always good to know visually where everything is set, so you can plan accordingly. So that is it for JP. Again, I will link the specific information about the rival events down in the description box down below, so you will know how you can exchange our stuff and how much everything costs. And let's move on to global. So moving on to global, we are having a new fight season. As we discussed in the set overview, it will be Planet Idol Pacifica. That's nice. If you are a Bermuda fan, if you're a fan of alt art, I really like the little penguins here. Which one's your favorite, pink or blue? Comment down below, let me know. Next, we know the January calendar. As we discussed in our live streams or previous discussions, we will have the New Year's Dice event, which is live right now if you're seeing this video already. And then for the second half of the month, we will be getting Izaki's event, which is the Tachikaze Wave 2 support. In between, of course, you have your Fighters tournaments, Champions tournament next week. So gather up your invites and get ready for that. And that is basically it. In addition, the Vanguard Zero database, checking out all the cards, is much more organized now. They updated it. They did really good work. So now you can search by set. Each card will tell you which set it came from. And that is a really good change. Great change. And the Nautiel season is over. Of course, we just said that. And then one really great surprise. Happy New Year login bonus. So if you have been logging in for the last few days, you will know that we are having another 7-day login bonus, with day 7 being a triple rare guarantee pack again. Now, I can't fathom how I can't express how thankful I am. As a free-to-play player, I've never had my hands on one of these, and for the longest of times, Global feels very, or I feel really sad that Global didn't get the triple rare guarantee packs that JP did for free. For example, when set 5 came out, they got the Kyun Kyun pack, which is basically a triple rare guarantee, and Global didn't get that. And Global loses out on a fair few things here and there. And I'm sure everyone knows that I've expressed my concerns and my concerns and my perspective about those kind of things. But it's really nice to see that we get something more, more than we expect, which, that either means that I have really low expectations or no expectations at all. But it's really good. It's nice, and it's always a good way to start 2021. So I guess for Global, there really isn't much. I'm sure everyone has already started playing with new decks. I saw a lot of blockade stuff, Transglory, Fortuna, some updated Eradicators around in the ladder, as well as DDD Dote, probably the most popular one out there. And yeah, comment down below which one you've been having the most fun with. Any tips, any tricks with these decks so far? Of course, I didn't open as many packs as I usually do for this set because I'm saving for set 12, so I don't have as much experience. Any experience at all with Seal Dragons or Sweep Command centric deck or Fortuna, Yatagrasu deck. So I would really appreciate everyone to just help each other out. Comment down below what your advice or strategies with these decks are, because I would definitely be lacking. It'd be really irresponsible for me to give shitty advice for decks that I've never played before, and I'd much rather have you all experienced players just chime in and bring on whatever you have on the table, because I'm definitely sure beginners and myself alike who are not familiar with this deck in terms of playing this deck or facing this deck would really appreciate the insight. So that is all for this week's big news. Comment down below just your insights on the new decks, what you think about the reveals, what you think about the decks. Again, any advice, any thoughts, what has been working, what has not. And lastly, most importantly, which is your favorite penguin, the blue one or the pink one? Again, comment down below, let me know. Like the video if you enjoyed it so far. Subscribe if you want to stick around and see more. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.